Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Continuing in volume 2 of Riyad, as-Saliheen, book number 11, the book of Jihad. Narrated Abu Umama radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who neither takes part in fighting, nor equip a warrior, nor looks after his, i.e. the warrior's family, will be afflicted by severe calamities before the day of judgment." Abu Dawood. This hadith means that one who neither takes part in jihad, nor provide arms to a mujahid, nor look after the families of the mujahideen during their absence is guilty of crimes for which he is punished in this world by Allah. It is therefore the duty of the Muslim Ummah that it should in no way neglect the obligation of jihad and all its requirements. Otherwise, it will suffer punishment in this world and in the next. Narrated Anas radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Fight against the polytheists with your wealth, lives, and tongue." Abu Dawood. This hadith mentioned 3 categories of jihad, namely jihad with wealth, jihad with one's own life, and jihad by speech. One should make jihad as is warranted by the situation one is confronted with. That is, where a Muslim is required to sacrifice his life, he must sacrifice his life. Where he is required to sacrifice his wealth, he should spend wealth. And where he is required to make jihad by means of his speech, he should do it by speech. One should not hesitate to spend for the sake of Allah what is required by the situation. Narrated an Numan bin Muqarrin radiyallahu anhu, I was with Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam when I witnessed that if he did not begin fighting in the early part of the day, he would postpone fighting till the sun had declined. The blowing of the breeze had blown and the succor from Allah had come. Abu Dawood and At-Tirmidhi. We learn from this hadith that war should either be started early in the morning or in the afternoon when the sun begins to decline. The reason behind this is that a Muslim is fresh in the early morning while the enemy is generally careless. In the latter case, if war is started when the sun begins to decline, every kind of movement becomes easy and the help from Allah also descends at that time. This is the significance of starting war at these times. Narrated Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do not wish for an encounter with the enemy. Pray to Allah to grant you salvation, but when you encounter them, show patience." Bukhari and Muslim. This hadith has already been mentioned. See hadith number 1325 and the commentary. Narrated Jabir radiyallahu anhu that Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "War is deception." Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Khad'a means deception, i.e. employing a strategy which causes misunderstanding to the enemy, and one's real intent does not become evident to them. This is permissible in Islam in the state of war. The ahadith mentioned in this chapter make the importance of jihad and the reason for so much stress on it abundantly clear. These also show how great a crime it is to ignore it. It is very unfortunate indeed that present-day Muslims are guilty of renouncing jihad in every part of the world. May Allah help us to overcome this negligence. Alhamdulillah.